Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Since we are not able to have our lesson or meeting today, October 23, so I'm providing you a video lesson as an alternative learning material para naman hindi tayo behind. Okay, so there are plenty of Excel formulas and functions, depending on, of course, what kind of operation you want to perform on a certain data set. So in this discussion, we will look into the formulas and functions on mathematical operations, character text functions, data and time, sum, count, and of course, few lookup functions. So here are the 15 useful Excel formulas and functions. Um, Formulas and functions and mathematical operations, character text functions, data and time, and etc. Starting with the sum function. So as you can see below, um, the sum function, I already discussed this one during our previous meeting. We already encountered this function. So the sum function, as the name suggests, it gives the total of the selected range of cell values and it performs the mathematical operations, which is the addition. So as you can see in the example below, in order to find the total amount of sales every unit, we have to simply type the formula equal sign sum function, then open close parentheses, and of course, selected range of certain cell, which is here. Um, from the previous meeting, ang akong i-introduce sa inyo ha is, we select every cell and then separated each cell by using comma. So, para mas mapadali yung pag-sum up natin, so you can actually use the colon symbol. So it indicates, it means range. So ibig sabihin the range between C2 hanggang C4. Ayan. This would be easier for you if sobrang dami ng cells that you have to be selected to find the sum. So you can just use this formula. So the first cell, colon, and then the last cell that you want to be included in the range of um, selected cell value. And by typing this formula, you will get the total sales, which is we summed up C2, C3, and C4. The result is 1,165. So that's for the sum function. Now let's proceed to the average function. So the average function focuses on calculating the average of selected range of cell values. So remember ha, yung formula ni average, if you have to the formula of average, you have to calculate, you have to sum up, okay? Sum up mo yung set of numbers, and then you divide the result with the total number of um, given numbers. Ayan. So for example here in our, as shown below, so to calculate the average of athletes, we select the age column. Ayan, so we're going to calculate the average of age. And then, um, we apply the average formula and return the result to the cell C7. So it will sum up the total values in the selected cells and divided by 4. So in our example, yeah, the cell age or column C. Yeah. So to do ang formula ni average is of course, i-add mo silang tanan. Ayan, i-add. And then, ang result, which is 99, you divide it by the number of items. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 99 divided by 4, and you will get 24.75. So yun yung purpose ni average function. Okay? Now, for the count function, the function count, of course, it counts the total number of cells in range that contains a number. So it does not include the cell which is blank and the ones that hold data in any other format apart from numeric. So basically, it just counts kung ilang cells ang may value and yung value na yun, it pertains to number values. For example, here in our column C, and we are finding out the number of cells in that column. So you use the formula use the formula equal count, and then from the you put the range. Yeah. So here we have C1 hanggang C4. So this is counted 1, 2, 3, 4. And as you can see, though may value si C1, but remember yung rule ni count is yung mga cells lang na may, so yeah, it contains number. Ayan. That's why C1 is not included because it contains characters. So, ang include lang ni count function is cell C2, C3, C4. That's why yung count result niya is 3. So basically, it just counts the total number of cells that contains number values, okay? Or integers values. Next, we have min and max, or minimum and maximum. So the min formula, okay, so starter is a min. The min formula actually requires a range of cells and it returns the minimum value. So for this one, this is applicable for integer values only. So kumbaga yung purpose niya is i-identify niya lang kung ano yung smallest value sa range of cells. So for example, we want to display the minimum weight among all athletes in E6. Ayan. Or the E column. So the min formula will reach or will search for the minimum value and show 6. So here we have type the min formula and then ang range is E2 hanggang E5. So with this formula, you will be able to identify kung ano yung pinakamaliit na value sa E-column natin or selected column. So here, yung pinakamaliit na value is 60. So that's why ang nakikita natin dyan sa mean cell is 60. So that's the idea for the mean function. Yes, nakakabali. So for the max value naman, it has the same concept with min. Sadyang it has the same concept but opposite lang yung ina-identify niya na value. So kung sa min is yung smallest value, yung max naman is yung highest value of the selected ranges of cells. Now let's proceed to the power function. So the function power returns the result of a number raised to a certain power. So kumbaga it is like the formula x raised to n. Ayan. So it has the same formula as this one. So let's have a look at the example shown below. So for example, we are going to find the power of 10 raised to a certain time. So to do that, of course, ito yung formula natin. So we have equals power and then yung cell of the value that we want to raise a certain power, which is ang A2, so si 10. And then ang second value in our formula is yung n natin, the certain power that we want the number to be raised. So kumbaga, if we're going to write this one in a formula, so we have 10 raised to 3. Ayan, so that is the power function. Okay, now for the ceiling function, the purpose of this one is it rounds up a number up its nearest multiple of significant. So to use the ceiling function, just type the formula equal equal sign followed by the ceiling keyword and the 13th cell, of course, that contains an integer value that you want to round up to the nearest highest multiple of, and then next, separated by comma. Next value is the value for the multiple that you want to um, be the value na imo-multiply natin sa they call this sa first value in our formula. Ayan. So if we're going to type this one, so we have A2 is the value in A2. We have 3, 5, this one. And then of course, ayan. So yung 5, it's up to you if how, what is the value for its multiple significant. So that's for the ceiling. Ang floor naman, on the contrary, to the ceiling function, the floor function rounds a number down. Ayan, so opposite lang naman siya to the nearest multiple of significance. Ayan. So to use the floor function, so just type equal sign, the floor keyword, and of course the cell, and then yung multiple of significance that you want to be implemented to the cell that you selected. Now, let's proceed to concatenate. So basically, it just merges or joins several text strings into one text string. So given below in our illustration are the different ways to perform this function. So in this example, we have operated with the syntax. So here, so for example, so for example, in our table, so in row 25, we have two words. For column A, we have the hello, and then for column B, we have world. And then for line 26, we're going to combine them into one word. So to do that, we use the formula equal sign, the concatenate keyword, and then open and close parentheses, the cell value of hello, and then comma, and then double quotation, and then comma ulit, and then the cell value of the world value in the column B, row 25. So once you do the formula, of course, the result is in row 26. So concatenated na yung dalawang word. And then next naman, another method. Here. For example naman, for line 28 to concatenate these words. So we also have the equal sign, concatenate, keyword, open and close parentheses, and then the cell value of the Excel is, and the cell value of fun to learn. So don't forget the comma and the double quotation. And then the result is line 28. Excel is fun to learn. So that's how you concatenate strings in Excel. Next naman, ang len function. This one, it returns the total number of characters in a string. So basically, it just counts the character of a certain word. And included din dito yung spaces and special characters. So for example here, if we're going to identify the number of characters of A7, so you just type the formula equal, then len keyword, open close parenthesis, and then you put the A7 or yung cell value na cell that you want to identify if, what is the number of characters. So same din sa line 8 or row 8. Ayan. So the Microsoft Word has 9 characters. Ayan. So that's the purpose of len function. Okay, for the now and today function, uh, this will be used if you want to, for example, the now function, if you want to return the current time and date, and for today function, if you want to return the current, it is quite simple to going to use this one. So we will use them to, of course, you can extract the day, the month, year, and hours, the minutes from any daytime data cell. So for example, if you want to identify the current date and time, so just type the formula equals sign, the now keyword, and the open close parentheses. So this will be the output. It will display the current date and time. And then to extract the seconds from the time, we'll use the second formula. Okay, so for example, to extract to what do you call this? Extract the seconds. So you type the formula, this one. So second, open close parentheses, and then inside that for open close parentheses is yung now na um formula. And then for the minutes naman, ilista lang natin yung seconds. Ang hours, ilista na po natin ang seconds. So that's for now and today formula. So ito naman in addition to that, today will return only the current date. So to extract the day, so you will use the day formula. So ganyan yung formula niya para ma-extract natin yung date. And then to extract naman the month, yan yung formula natin. And then for year naman to extract it, so yan yun yung formula natin. So ilalagay lang natin sa open close parenthesis yung today na formula. And then we also have the if formula for the conditioning. So the if function, Excel formula is very straightforward. It's actually similar to if else statement in programming languages. And there's actually a logic in this formula. So for example, yung logic is if the logic is correct, so it will return a certain value. If the logic is false, it will return a different value. So for example, in our column H, based sa ating BMI, so we want to identify if a certain person is fit or unfit. Ayan. And assuming yung condition natin is kapag less than 23.9, it is fit. Pero kapag more than that, it is unfit. Ayan. So kapag less than, tama ba? If the BMI for athlete is less than 23.9, okay, so I changed the condition. It should be 24.9 at 23 range. So, for example, our condition is if yung BMI of a certain athlete is less than 24.9, then you will return the value fit. And else, if more than shot 24.9, then we will return unfit value. So as you can see in our example, you si A. Dijiang, ayan, BMI is 24.69136. Of course, pasok siya sa 24.9. So, ang value niya is unfit. As you can see, this one, unfit kasi 30, masyado, wala na siya sa range. This one is fit because it's lower than 24.9, and this one is unfit because it's higher than the range. As you can see, check the formula dito sa taas. Ayan. That is how you use the if function. So we have the equal sign followed by the if keyword, and then we also have the open close parentheses and the condition. So if G2, so G2 yung BMI natin, ayan. If G2 is less than 24.9, then comma, yung first value which is fit, Tama naman is yung other value kapag hindi siya pasok sa condition natin. So that's for the if formula. Now we have the sort function. So the sort function, it sorts the contents of a range or array. So basically, it just groups them, organized with yung um, concept niya is ina-arrange niya with a similar characteristic ng array. Or for example, we're sorting by region. So if we're going to sort by regions, as you can see, as one group yung mga east na region, as one group yung si north, south, and west. Ayan. So that's the purpose of sort. It groups together mga arrays or text that have similar characteristics. And then we can also use charts in Excel. So, of course, before natin ma-convert into chart, you have to complete first your data sa Excel to make sure na-calculate na ninyo ang sums and other functions that is required for your Excel file. Okay, so and then once okay na yung table ninyo, so number one, you highlight the data you want to include in your chart. And then from the ribbon, click insert. Ayan, so i-click niyo yung insert. So click niyo yung clustered column icon. And then you find or you choose kung saang chart ang gusto ninyo for your table to be converted. So click the clustered column icon, which looks like a vertical bar graph. So to use a different chart type, so you can click the drop down button on and select a different style. Okay, so I will give they call this a video for that after this video lesson para mas ma-elaborate kung ano yung steps in converting a table to chart. Okay, let me demonstrate on how to convert your table into a chart in MS Excel.